Electric car sales in China just broke new records. BYD broke new records for its sales worldwide and in China, and Tesla had a very good month. However, one thing is interesting. Tesla's sales in China, they've been flatlining, but Tesla's dependency on its gigafactory in Shanghai has been reducing. The key reason for this is the percentage of Tesla's vehicles that are made in China as a percentage of Tesla's total global sales has been declining now for 10 straight months. And that really is a good thing. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. First of all, Tesla sales. What were they? Well, they were actually down 11% versus the previous month in China. But still a pretty good month for Tesla, I think. Tesla, of course, are ramping production of the Model 3 Highland. So I don't think all those Highlands yet have gone to their new owners. From pictures that I've seen of the car parks at the Gigafactory in Shanghai, it looks like there's still lots of them sitting there. They're sort of maybe, possibly getting ready to be shipped around the world, a lot of those vehicles. However, Tesla sold 74,000 Chinese-made vehicles in September. That includes exports. That's according to data released by the Chinese Passenger Car Association. That is down 12% from 84,000 in August and down 11% from 83,000 in the same month last year, says CNET Post. So why is this happening? Why have Tesla sales at the factory in Shanghai gone down? Is it because of demand? Well, not really. The Tesla Model Y is, of course, the primary vehicle made at that factory, and demand for the Model Y this year has definitely increased and continues to go up. If you look at European car sales numbers, if you look at Australian sales numbers, look at sales numbers in general for cars that are exported from China, those numbers haven't declined, they've increased. You look at sales within China, they've increased a little bit this year. So what is going on? Well, I think the key reason for this is that Tesla is ramping production of the Model 3 Highland, and they're not producing that many Model 3s at the moment. And of course, a lot of those vehicles have not yet been delivered. So we'll probably see a boost in Tesla's delivery numbers worldwide from its factory in China next month, which would explain the decline of 11% this month. However, as you can see from these numbers from CNET Post, it shows Giga Shanghai's contribution worldwide to Tesla vehicle deliveries. And they've actually declined almost every single month for the last 10 months. As you can see here, Tesla China hit a record in terms of its actual deliveries in the final month of last year. That was December of last year. And that was when 60% of all Tesla vehicles worldwide were being made in China. 60%. Well, now they've gotten closer to 50%. So Tesla's percentage of their vehicle sales worldwide that are made in China has gone from 60% in December of last year to 50% last month. So that decline is a good thing. And then that decline will accelerate, of course, as Tesla begins to ramp up production at their factories in Germany and in Texas, but also as they build their factory in Mexico. That could decline to around 30% over the next few years. And that would be a good thing. Being dependent on one country, which is 60%, that's a little bit like BYD, right? BYD are almost completely dependent upon China. 94% of BYD sales worldwide are in China. And yeah, BYD is hitting all kinds of home runs, incredible delivery numbers, but consider Jack Ma. Jack Ma was the CEO, or is the CEO, no one knows, of Alibaba. And that guy just disappeared. What happened to Alibaba after that? Well, I think we all know what happened. A lot of people lost a lot of money investing in that company. I did, for example. I didn't lose a lot of money, but I lost some money. And that's the kind of thing that can happen in China. You can get disappeared. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen to Tesla, but I'm saying I think it's a wise idea to have your production coming from multiple places worldwide. It reduces your risk. That said, though, Tesla's factory in China is, of course, the biggest in the world. It has an annual capacity of 1.1 million vehicles. Will it hit that number this year? No, it won't. I mean, Tesla is likely to deliver 1.8 million vehicles this year. But I would say just over half of that will be from their factory in China. So they won't hit 1.1 million, but that's the number of cars Tesla is actually capable of building and their factory in China. On the 1st of September, Tesla began pre-sales of the new Model 3 in China. Prices start at $35,600, so Tesla increased the prices for the new model. A lot of those orders have not yet been delivered. There has been some orders delivered, but not that many of them from what I'm hearing from Chinese media. Now, the previous Model 3 available in China was quite a bit cheaper. It was 232,000 RMB. It was around 30,000 RMB cheaper, meaning it was around about 12% less expensive. So a 12% increase for the new model. Are people holding off buying it? Well, I don't think so. I'm hearing that Tesla does have quite a lot of orders, but who knows? There's no real way of knowing that until we start to see that sales data. Now let's get back to the bigger point here. How is Tesla going with the Model Y in China? Well, actually, it is the best-selling vehicle in its class in China this year. So sales are actually going really well. In fact, they've increased by around 50% versus last year. So Model Y is selling well. And Tesla have just done something else. They did pause production of the Model Y for a little bit because they've improved the Model Y. And they haven't brought out the new Juniper version, but this is an improvement on the current version. It has basically a new motor, or at least a more powerful motor with about 70 to 90 horsepower more power than the previous model. It also has some other improvements. It's got a little bit more range, a couple of percent more range. It's got the new ambient lighting on the inside. It's got a new dash in terms of new fabric on the dash. However, it maintains the indicator stalks and everything else in the interior is the same. So it's had a bit of an upgrade and the price is the same. And that should help Tesla boost demand for the Model Y, not just in China, because remember, this vehicle will be shipped out of China. So you guys, if you're in Europe, if you're in Australia, if you're in various countries that get the Chinese-made Model Y, not all Model Ys, by the way, in Germany come from the German factory, but if you get the Chinese-made Model Y, then you will be able to get the newer version. So if you're ordering, thinking of ordering this week, I'd hold off for a few weeks to make sure you get that upgraded version. So what is going on with EV sales in China? Well, new records have happened. So 60% of all cars sold worldwide, of all EVs sold worldwide, were sold in China last month. 80% of all electric cars sold worldwide were made in China. That is what I call a monopoly. And we need manufacturers, of course, in the US, South Korea, other countries to really start picking up the slack, making more EVs to sort of balance out that monopoly. So 830,000 EVs and plug-in hybrids were sold in China. Most of those were electric, but some of them were plug-in hybrids, but 830,000. That's an incredible number, and it keeps on going up. China's EV sales have grown this year every single month except one. Except one. I mean, in January, 389,000. February, 496. March, 617. May, 673. June, 761. July, 737. August, 800,000. September, 830,000. By the end of the year, this number will almost certainly hit 1 million. By December sales in China are always much larger than they are in September. So EV sales will almost certainly hit the 1 million mark in December. Will Tesla benefit from that? I don't know. I think they could with the new Highland and an updated version of the Model Y. But the company that will benefit from this the most is probably BYD. They have so many models and their production capacity just seems to keep on growing. And remember, they've also got some very affordable cars that they make a pretty low margin on, but they're happy to do that in order to get market share from legacy automakers. So let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments. Thank you for watching.